everybody. Welcome again to another at-home workout, designed to be inside and designed to keep you warm, designed not to need a ton of stuff. So, again, if you have other ways to get exercise, meaning like beautiful day outside, maybe the neighborhood's playing a game of pickup basketball, please communicate that to me and kind of get off this train every once in a while. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and get started today with our warm-up. And we're going to warm up a little differently today, something we've never done before, just basic leg swings. And leg swings is, we're going to do them both for each leg, both going forward and backwards, but also to side to side. Okay, so what you would do is if you need to hold on to a wall or something for balance, we're simply going leg swings, forward and back. Again, just to kind of get a little bit of blood flow going to our lower body. Today we have a lot of lunges to do and a lot of leg exercises to do. So we want to go ahead and warm these up. This would be a forward swing. A side swing is just this, going back and forth. Just 20 seconds per leg, per direction. Okay? So forward and backwards each side, 20 seconds per. But another thing we're going to do is called an inchworm to push-up. And an inchworm to push-up is going to be, it's going to be where our feet are we're standing, we're flat, but our hands are down by our feet, and we're simply going to walk out slowly into a push-up position and perform a push-up, and then walk back. We're going to do this for 1 minute continuously. It gets our upper body, starts to get our core activated, and into our glutes and our hamstrings. Okay, so that's our warm-up. Go ahead and get started with that, and then we'll come back with some exercises. Like I said before, we're going to have a lot of lower body exercises today. Our first exercise is going to be a lunge, just a forward lunge. We're going to do 3 sets of 16 or 8 lunge steps per leg. This used to be a mop, so I'm just using use any kind of stick, broomstick, but something to use to put behind your head and to something to have your arms elevated and almost resting on top of. This keeps our chest up. So just by having this, anything, quite frankly, behind your head, this keeps your chest up. It keeps your posture good, so you're not going to bend over too much into waist. So we're going to keep our chest up as we do forward lunges. We're going to do 16 of them. Again, just alternating back and forth, right and left. Okay, so that's our first exercise that we're going to do. Our second exercise that we're going to do today is an old school calf raise. And old school calf raise is we're just standing, and all we're doing is we are simply going to come up. We can just tap on a wall to keep our balance a little bit. Put all of our hand on the wall if we need to keep our balance. We're simply raising our heel above our toe. You're down and looking at a straight line. You could also do it 1 foot at a time. Also, too, I think in order to get really challenging, if you have a step or some type of elevated surface, I won't step on this box, but that way you can go a little bit lower on the heel at the very bottom rather than a flat foot on a flat surface. If I were to have some kind of elevated surface where my heel is off of it, then I can go much lower so I can get a better stretch at the bottom of my rep going from contraction to stretch. Okay? So that's our second lift is a calf raise. Our third lift, or exercise, not really lift, our third exercise is going to be push-ups. But this is going to be a how many push-ups can you do in 1 minute? So we want to make sure we keep our nice flat back when we're doing a push-up. And when we come to a push-up, we want to go all the way down so we're about a fist off the ground or maybe just 1 inch, 2 inches off the ground. How many can we do in 1 minute? And we want to put that into our weekly form. So those 3 specific exercises, record one of them in our weekly log. Go ahead and pause and we'll come back for some core. For core today, we're going to do, we'd like to have some type of clock where we have 6 minutes on the clock. We're going to be doing a plank workout for 6 minutes, and that includes rest time, so it's not continuous planks. But what we're going to end up doing is a 4-point plank for 30 seconds. Remember, a 4-point plank, I'd like for you to choose whether you want to be an elbow plank or a push-up plank. We're going to be holding that position for 30 seconds. Again, elbow plank is when our forearms are on the ground, and a push-up plank is when our palms are on the ground. Okay. Remember, not having our hips too low or too high, but a straight line. Other key components is to suck our belly button into our spine and contract our core. Okay. So we're going to be doing a 4-point plank for 30 seconds, followed immediately by a side plank, in which we're going to do 15 seconds per side. And when we do a side plank, we can, again, have that bottom knee resting if needed. If that's too simple for you, the bottom leg is straight, the top leg's foot is on the ground. If that's too simple for you, you can just go right to a side plank altogether. Right, 15 seconds right, 15 seconds on the left side. Our third is going to be a glute bridge. A glute bridge is, done this numerous times before, but we're right flat on the back. We're simply bringing our hips up off the ground, contracting our lower back into the glutes, into the hamstring. And then we have 30 seconds of rest. So it's 30, 30, 30 of core, 30 seconds of rest, 3 rounds total. Go ahead, pause, get started, and we'll come back to begin maybe the most important part of that superset cardio. Okay, today's superset cardio, we're just going to do 2 exercises, one right after the other. Okay, how long this will take you? Could take you as little as 5 minutes, maybe 6, upwards of maybe 8 to 10. Okay, so the 2 exercises we're going to do are alternating lunges and burpees. And how you're going to do this is you're going to do 10 reps of each, 8, 6, and then 4, and then 2, and then finished. So for our alternating lunges, you could refer back to our broomstick to do our 10 alternating lunges. Immediately after those 10 alternating lunges, we want to perform 10 burpees. Now, a burpee is when we go all the way to the ground, pop back up again, and then clap at the top. It is so important for you to do your burpees correctly. How to do them correctly is to get our thighs, our quadriceps, and our chest both to touch the ground. Some people get confused on it. But in this superset cardio, the part that you really want to push yourself is you want to push yourself on these burpees. You want to go as fast as you possibly can. Again, quads and chest touching the ground, clapping at the top. But that's where you can get the most cardio done. You'll be able to catch your breath when doing your alternating lunges. And again, the most important part of the day, I think, is to get our heart rate elevated. Triple digits is what we're shooting for. 100 and 150 is what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and pause and do our superset cardio. We'll come back to cool down and flexibility. hopefully our superset cardio was challenging for you and you're able to get your heart rate up. Again, anywhere between 100 to 150. We're now going to put just 4 minutes on the clock. And we are going to be on our butt. And we're on the ground. And catch our breath. We're going to stretch for 4 minutes, in which we're going to go 1 minute per hamstring. And so this will be our left hamstring stretch. As that minute progresses, we want to get further down. So thus now we can actually maybe feel it in our lower back. And a couple other key points too. When we're stretching out our left side, it is I think the best interest for you to reach over with both hands, not just your left. People just want to kind of stay right here. But by reaching over here, you continually stretch our left hamstring no matter what. But now we're actually able to get into our right side of our lower back at the same time. So we want to stretch left hamstring, right hamstring for 1 minute each. But also, too, we want to stretch our quadriceps one at a time for 1 minute each. So if you are stretching I'm stretching my right quadricep. We want to try and get our toe pointed backwards, not off to the side. And we want to keep our shoulders equal distance off the ground. I'm going to want to try and have my right shoulder higher than my left. We're trying to keep them even as we go backwards to stretch our quad equal. If you can go all the way back to your elbows or your forearms, that's great. If you go all the way back to your back, that's awesome. So that is our workout of the day. Great job. We're going to record our 1 minute push-up challenge on our weekly log. See you guys.